Hello, I'm Libby Shaw and welcome to episode 7 of the Libby Shaw Show. Thank you for tuning in. So today I'm going to be talking about the state of the New Zealand media and the state of media in general and the threat to long-running TV shows. So I'm not sure if any of you are aware, but basically in the last couple of months there's been a lot of job cuts within the New Zealand media, and as a result of that, it looks like News Hub, TV3 formerly, which is owned by Warner Brothers Discovery, is going to be closing on the 5th of July. And so that's going to mean hundreds of job losses. But what's even worse than that is it's going to be a threat to democracy, because that will leave just TVNZ as the main television broadcaster. It will leave a handful of radio stations, and it'll leave a handful of online news publications. And so basically, it's not a surprise that TV3 is struggling, and it's not a surprise that TVNZ is struggling, and it's not a surprise that NZME is struggling. The NZME is one of the radio networks in New Zealand. That's not a surprise. What is a surprise is that the internet has been, widely used for decades now. And there's been the streaming model for, with the likes of Netflix, Disney, Binge. I could go on Amazon Freevee. I could go on and on. And there's been, an increase in the number of streaming services. And basically the thing that really strikes me is that these traditional television networks, when I say traditional, I mean you have your schedule, the show is broadcast at 6 p.m. and you watch it at 6 p.m. You don't watch it when you want to, you watch it at 6 p.m. That model is so outdated. And the television networks just haven't adapted. No, why would someone wait until 6 p.m. or 10 p.m. to tune into a television broadcast when they could just get that news on their phone or on their laptop any time of the day or night when it's going to be more current? The only reason you would tune into television live is if it's an election day, if there's a major world event happening, if there's a live sporting match that you want to watch. They're the only times. The mainstream media, the traditional media has had so much warning, so much warning that they're losing revenue, and they haven't done anything about it. Instead, what they've done is invest in terrible, absolutely terrible, awful, waste of time shows that nobody in their right mind is going to tune into. You've got the likes of The Bachelor. You've got the likes of Maths. I mean, seriously, come on. These shows are literally social experiments. That is all they are. They're not shows about finding love. They're not shows about, it's a social experiment, and they're not good. That's not good television viewing. I'll tell you what is good television viewing. Good television viewing is drama. Although people don't generally do appointment viewing anymore, people, of course, do have their appointment viewing shows. That is, shows they watch every week, shows they watch every night, shows that they must tune into, and so a couple of those shows, well, of course, a couple of years ago, Neighbours was under threat. I mean, Neighbours was cancelled. We had the final episode of Neighbours, and then, Amazon Freevee stepped in and saved the show after Channel 5 in the UK had decided that they didn't want to fund it anymore. I haven't looked at the ratings for Neighbours. I don't think they've been released right now. But what I can say is that is good viewing, and that Neighbours has now been going, it's been going since 1985, so it turns 39 this year. I mean, if you count the fact it was off air for a year, then it turns 38, but I'm not really sure how that works. But, you know, these are good shows. And Neighbours was saved. Do I watch Neighbours when it screens at 4:30 or 4 p.m? No, of course not. I watch it later on when it's convenient to watch. And that's something that these networks, these major television networks, have not adapted to. They haven't adapted to the fact that people have lives, that people can't just be sitting in front of their TV at a particular time. You know, they haven't factored in that people have lives, people have other commitments. And of course, it's been in the news today that another drama is under threat. And that's sort of actually what prompted this video. And that TV show is, of course, and I don't even want to say these words because, I mean, this is my favorite show. Say what you will about the show, but it's created thousands of jobs over the years. It's helped launch careers. You know, Temuera Morrison, Martin Henderson, Martin Kozaks, Carl Urban, Angela Dotchin, Michael Galvin. I could go, Kimberly Crossman. I mean, I could go on. I mean, there's been celebrity appearances on the show. You know, Paul Holmes, Jenny Shipley, Helen Clark. And of course, the show that is up for discussion is a show that I never wanted to be saying it was up for discussion. But South Pacific Pictures, who produce Shortland Street, and TVNZ, who buy Shortland Street, have said that Shortland Street is up for discussion. Of course, this isn't entirely surprising for me because a while ago, a few months ago, Amazon Freevee did a deal with Shortland Street and they picked up the rights for Shortland Street in the UK. In addition to that, the official Shortland Street account on YouTube posted over the Christmas break when Shortland Street was on holiday. They posted every single episode from 1992, the year it was launched, and currently every Friday at 7:30 p.m. New Zealand Standard Time, they're posting 1993 episodes. I'm hoping they do 1994, but anyway, getting to the main point of what I'm saying is that it is very clear that they're doing this because they're trying to drum up support, because they're launching a preemptive strike, if you like, rather than just waiting for the show to be cancelled. They are doing something proactive. And I have an even better suggestion as to how Shortland Street can survive. Forget TVNZ. Forget about TVNZ. Nobody uses that model anymore. Nobody watches TV at a time they're told to watch. I mean, you know, you've got people with kids, right, who after school are probably helping the kids with homework. Then you've got workers who are probably on the way home from work at the time that Shortland Street airs. You know, there's nobody actually watch it. Then you've got people who do stuff in the evenings, you know, like sport or other activities or whatever. So what I think South Pacific Pictures needs to look at doing is either find a streaming service who will pick up the show. It's possible. I mean, Amazon Freevee already has, so there's nothing to say that Amazon Freevee can't just become the main network and the main funder. The other option, an option that, and just to start, I don't like streaming services in general. I don't like the model at all. I would rather, if I'm going to watch something, I would rather watch it and be able to watch it later on. I think the streaming model, I mean, there's TV shows, you know, where like you have the Sex and the City revival and Just Like That, where it was basically you get one series every 2 years. And it's a mini series. It's like 10 episodes. Oh no, but instead, on main TV, you get reality TV. You get those shitty, you get those awful dating shows. Anyway, so what I propose is you have the streaming model for those who want to stream it. But then you also, on the South Pacific Pictures website, their direct website, so you cut out the middleman, and then you just have, you don't have a geo block. Geo blocks are outdated. If you're not using TVNZ or TV3, basically the linear model, you cut out the middleman, and you just have a subscription, a monthly subscription to whatever show you want to watch. You either have a South Pacific, all their programs, which could be, you know, like $50 a month for all of South Pacific Pictures programs. Or if you just wanted Shortland Street, you have $30 a month. That works out at $1.50 per episode. I don't think it's a lot of money. If that's what keeps the show going, it's a small price to pay. What are your thoughts? Would you pay to watch your favorite TV show, even if it's not Shortland Street? In general, would you pay a monthly subscription fee to just watch your favorite TV show? Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Libby Shaw.